Hello, good evening, guys, and welcome on to this live stream. I would like to start today's live stream by apologizing for what happened on the last live stream. It was an issue with the housewife, and even though we are almost nearing the end of the stream at that time, it was still kind of rude ending the stream that way. It's just happened. I had no control over why. So I apologize for that. We are here today to hopefully complete this stream on this complete this project on this stream. So I'll get right into it. I wouldn't want to waste any more time so that we can get started as we can. Okay. So on the last where we stopped at the last live stream was the light we were trying to add to the plants we have behind here. I'll just continue from that. And for this light source, I would like to put the temperature at around 4 or 5, something warm. I'm going to add in an IES light. Let's experiment with this. Okay, as you can see, the light is facing down right now, so I'm going to select instances like so, then flip it on the Z axis just to raise it up, and then I'm going to raise the light a little bit like that. And as I said the last time, we won't be worrying so much about just having lights floating in the scene right now. What we'll be worried about mostly is just trying to get the lighting ready and okay. By the time we have adding finishing touches to the project, I'll be adding a light source so that it won't look like our light is just coming from anywhere. You understand? So I'm going to rotate it a little bit. Just need I need it to be rotated a little bit, just to the side, like that. And I switched this to local because I wanted to. I wanted to rotate for each object easily, so I can have the transform tool on each object, highlighted on each object. That's the reason why I have it on local. If I were to put it back to view mode, you can see I just have the transform tool in the middle of the selection. I'll put it that way. Yeah. So I'm done adding that. Let's see what that looks like. Let's give that white to start up. And I would like to make some adjustments to this. I think it will look more better. Oh, sorry, it will look better if I were to move this this glass pane here. Were to move it a bit so that we can see a clear picture of the bathtub behind. Something like this. It's good. I'm going to do that. Then just put the region around there so that we can have some fast feedback. I'm going to increase the intensity of this. It's a very small light source, so you won't really see much light coming from there. Let me try 200. Let's see how that looks. I'm going to switch camera view to the camera that's closer to that area, like so. What are we saying? I just want to be sure if it's too bright or if it's just perfect. Okay. Okay. Probably not too bright for me. I don't think it's too bright for me. So as you can see, we have the light source showing around there, and I want to take that off. Like I said, I'm going to put in a light source to simulate the lights coming from there. So just going to switch off visible infractions. Since we are viewing this area through a glass, it has variant infraction, so we have to um select this option, visible infraction. Now we don't have that showing anymore. Okay, so let's continue. I think the next thing to do is the glass. Yeah, I remember I had issues with the glass material on the last live stream. I was trying to get it to look frozen and that kind of thing. So I actually checked out some tutorials, and in a way I can see I've been able to understand what needs to be done, and I was also able to come across some textures to help me get what I need faster. So let me just sample the material for that. Okay, the material for it, and okay. Give me a moment. Check something. I'll just isolate the I'm to isolate the model. Okay, so what I decided to was to because I'm trying to make it look as real to reality as possible. Yeah. Hey Victor, thanks for coming on the live stream. So what I'm planning to do is to have the edges, the sides, and the fronts. I'm going to apply clear glass to that, and then behind we'll have the frozen glass with some texture maps. So let me just get to it. You guys understand what I mean. So what I want to do, because I'm going to be using the multi-sub objects for this, so I'm going to create a multi-sub object material, and to do that I need to create IDs. So this I'm using one for the ID of this for the side and the front view, and for the back view I'm planning on using the I'm just going to select all the polygons that make up the area of the um this glass plane, and change it to ID2. Now doing it this way we enable me apply a different material to this front view and another material to the back view. I'm going to create a multi-sub object. Since we just have two IDs, we just need 2 slots for that. Then as before, we already have this clear glass pane, right? For now, let me just delete this to guys here. So on the last live stream we created this glass. It's a clear glass, right? But it's it has this effect that it shows on the side just to give it some thickness. So, and we did that using the absorption volumetrics and SSS settings to get that effect. So I'm going to apply this to the value, the first slot. Now applying this value to the first slot means when I apply this multi-sub object to this glass, the clear glass is going to affect the front and the side that I I assign the number 1 to now, and then the next material I'll be creating for the number 2 slot will only affect the back just as we wanted it to. I'm going to create a coronal material like so. Now to do this, I'll try to be realistic with it as much as possible. So for this side, I'm going to creating a coronal layered material. It's very similar. It's the same. It works the same way as the V blend material. For you guys that use V, it works the same way as V blend material. So what I'm going to do now is to I'm going to create a frosted glass material and the water material, and then drive those two using some texture maps, or I could just go the easier way and just create it straight up. We don't have much time. Probably I'll be showing this method another time. Let me just go the easier way. I'm going to create the glass material. Glass is very easy to make. All you need to do is increase that. So I was able to get some textures out. Trying to remember where I dropped those. Okay. Open my location. Yeah. So I was able to download some textures, red glass textures by Pic Studio. It's a free I got online, and that is what he used to create this. And this is the kind of effect we are going for. Something with something with a wet glass like that. First thing I'm going to be doing is drag this in. I need the glossiness. That's what I'll be needing. I'll be using the glossiness, and I'll be using the glossiness mainly. Then I think I'm making use of this as well. I'm not yet sure. So let's get to it. Okay, I don't know what is wrong with Windows 11. It's not allowing me drag in models where I usually do. So I'm going to put this into the refractive glossiness map. That's why I'm going to plug that in. Let me just put this in this way and apply this to the glass. Now I can make this visible to on the sub-object material so I can see the map we have. Okay, and that is the glass right there. That's the material. You can see. So I'm just going to color correction. I will need to brighten this up a little bit. You guys will see the reason why. So, okay. Let me do this so you can see the map. So that you can really see the map we are applying there. So I'm going to switch this off. Put this on there. Okay, I think you guys have a better view of how the map looks like now. Yeah, we have the map looking that way. I could apply a UVW map, but right now it looks like the map is placed correctly. I don't need to really do much concerning that. So I'm going to move this. Hey Malik, thanks for coming on the live stream. I really appreciate the support. Thanks a lot. So I'm going to make a test render. That's what we have. Okay. This HDRI is not allowing us to see what we have good enough. So I'm going to load in an interior HDRI that will help me with visualizing the whole project, because I don't want to tamper with the brightness I have for this HDRI already. And this is the HDRI material we used the last time. Now I'm going to introduce you guys to this corona material, corona map. It's called corona select. Basically what it does is you can use it to add in multiple textures on an object, and then all you just have to do is select the right map or the map you want, and just applies it automatically and it shows up in the render. I'll show you guys what I mean now. So since we have two, I'm going to be using two HIs. I'm not going to use them to light the scene at the same time. I'm just going to use them interchangeably. Okay, if I want to make the full render or something, I'll be selecting the environment HI. And if I need to visualize or to check out a texture on an interior model or one of the furnitures in the setup, I'll be using the interior HI. I'm going to load in the HI for the interior right now. I got this HGIS from I got it from HGI even. So I just drag that in. I don't need to do so much setting on it. So that's it. I'm not putting it in the color correct corner color correct map or anything. So I'll put this in map 0 and map 1. And you can always increase the number of slots you want there. So that is what this map is for. So right now we have this color correct right now as the environment map, right? So instead of that, I'm going to replace that with the corner select material. So doing that means now if I were to, okay, you guys can see, yeah, let me show you this way. Now we have our selection as map 0, which is having the environment HDI, right? So that's what we are seeing right now. Immediately I click this to select the environment as a map 1, you guys can see it's changing. Okay, cool. So you can use this, you can do it this way to visualize your projects faster, or your textures or models faster. So what I'm going to do right now is going to increase the brightness of this. It starts showing up at, and now okay. No idea why it's not. Hey Momore, thanks for coming on the live stream. Mahmoud Moise, thanks a lot. I appreciate the support, guys. Okay. This shouldn't be happening. Oh, sorry. It's actually the reflective color, not glossiness. That's why I was confused. The reflective color, not glossiness, guys. Sorry. Okay. So I'll just continue increasing this brightness. That's the way it works. Just try to make some modifications to the texture. Make it brighter, a bit brighter. Okay, cool. Now we have that. So I'm going to bring in the texture for the bump as well. I'll do that like so, then add that to the bump map. Okay. So right now I think we have what we are looking for. Okay. Right now it looks as if the bump for the water texture, the water that is visiting down is too high. So I'm going to reduce this. We'll go with 0.4. So we can see what we have. And then possibly increase the tiling. So we don't have the water droplets looking that big. Okay. I think we've solved that. Let me end isolate and get the HDRI back to what we were using previously. Okay, and that we are done with that with this glass, I think I'll prefer to copy it. Let me just copy that and move that for the other glass area. Can open this and okay, not do that yet. I'm going to make it a copy because I would like to move the texture, so I won't have these glasses having the texture placement at the same area. Those are one of the mistakes people make when you're copying, and or maybe you have multiple objects in the scene and you have them all placed in a straight line, or you have them facing the same way. Doing it that way we just make doing that way we make everything look repetitive, and you don't want that in your scene. So I can try. Okay. It's not really looking the way I want it to be, so I'll increase the width of this. Probably move this up a bit. Just give it some, make it look different. Yeah, that's the goal. Let's see what we have. Then we proceed to the other parts of the project. Okay. I think you guys can see that we have this frosted. It has this frosted look. Just like what you would have on the glass of a room that has steam coming out from there. And just right now, I have an idea. Since we are thinking of doing this bathroom scene, right? Why don't we have it? Why don't you have it looking like a steam bath? Have steam coming out from the room and stuff. It's something I'd like to try out. Let me move this back a bit. We want to be able to see more of that. I think it looks more interesting that way. Okay. This dude is taking forever. Okay, yeah, it's loading now. And try to just make a brief adjustment to this camera view. Well, we are not having much of the foreground showing up. It's just mainly background. So I'll have the camera visible again, and I'm just going to make some adjustments to that. We put this back and put this at 50. So increasing. Cool. Yeah. I think that's better. I'm going to make more copies of this. I did not allow this stone because there's too many polygons for those stones. So since we did not have the camera showing all these areas before, yes, I had this stop at that area, but we have to extend it now. Left and delete this area off. Yeah, I think we have something floating. Have this floating handle here. Let me just move that. Move that back. It's perfect then. So what else? What else? What else? Yeah, we can start texturing this in. This one right here, it's a glass material. Pull up the let me pull up the inspiration. The inspiration scene for the project. Okay, so we have that this guy has glass. Into put a region in there, yeah, like so. We don't need to start creating the glass material. We can just apply that to it from the corner material library. Okay, taking forever. Apply that like that. Let's have it. Let's isolate that from the material override. Okay. We have the glass material right now, but I do not understand why that's glass refractive. What's happening? Okay, it's refractive. Switch that off. Okay, cool. Let's proceed. Okay. I'm just moving some because in the model I do not have this tap or faucet, so that we can, we are trying to create a bathroom scene. It won't just be standing there alone. We need to put in a tap for it. We're going with this guy, the middle one. So that one's too gloss for my liking. I think this one right here is just black. This is perfect for what I'm trying to go for. Let me do the walls first. Yeah, let me do the walls first. So for the walls, I'm planning on using those tiles, the ones I showed in the last video. These vertical style videos looks like what I sweeping down the wall. So let me pull up the bridge, the Cruiser bridge app. Let me see if they have that kind of texture. material there. Let me try surfaces, then tiles. I think I've seen some. Yeah, this can work. Can make this guy here work. Okay. I think we just need to make it more reflective and reduce the bump coming from it. I'll download that. Okay, now that it's downloaded, I have to make sure that the wall, this is how to use the Cruiser bridge. You have to make sure that the wall or the surface you are trying to apply the asset to is selected. So I'm going to select that, and I'll open up the bridge app again and click export. So give that a few minutes. Export to 3 days when I exported successfully. Just give it a while. It's going to I really hope Windows 11 basically I hope they fix all the bugs they have in the operating system soon. Okay, now we have that applied, but you won't see it right now, probably because we don't have a corona, sorry, probably because we don't have a UV map assigned to that wall. Let's work on that. This is what we have. We don't need displacement. We just give it take more time to render. Have that off. I'm going to add in a UVW map like that and box. Okay, now let me see. Can I flip it using that? Perfect. That's worked. So instead of rotating each textures manually, each texture manually, I can sometimes it doesn't work every time. I don't know the reason why. You can just flip it using this keys right here. I'm using it. Okay. Okay, I think we have equal distance between the upper layer and the layer at the bottom. Okay. Now let's do some corrections to that. I'm going for pure black. This one has a green tint, and that's not what I need. I'm going to add in the color correction map. And then let's see. Yeah, just let me do this saturation. And okay, before doing that, maybe we can get something that looks a bit brownish. Okay. use the saturation this way. It's good. Then since you have a glossiness map attached to it, I'm just going to increase the brightness of that glossiness map so that we can have more glossiness coming from that. Okay. Why is it inverted though? Okay. So I think to increase the brightness, I have to go this way. Yeah. So like so. Then I have to reduce the bump. I won't reduce the bump right now. Let me just make a test render to see how that looks before thinking of reducing the bump. I selected the walls. I have to exclude the wall from the material that we have done. Okay. So you definitely must need more lighting in this scene. We do. Then would increase the brightness of the texture too, just a little bit, so we can see more of the texture. We definitely need more lights in this scene. Okay. What to do? Let me start by increasing the light coming from this. Hey, Smazzy. I see you, bro. Thanks for coming on the live stream. Right, 200. Because right now we are not even seeing any light coming from that area right there. It's almost like the wall is absorbing all the light coming from that. Okay. Let's try something. Let me go to 1000. Okay, finally, I need to see something pop up. Okay, Oh, here's the tricky part, the lighting. Work on this work. Let me just bring in some light models. Maybe have one this way and then down this way. Could I have it like this? Okay. Let me bring in some models. Ceiling spotlights. This will do well. Lights are doing. It's fine, just let me close this. I just want to drag something for God's sake. Okay. So yeah, the models. Just going to cover that. Okay. To keep this sky handy. Let's have need for it later. So for now, let me just try this. This light right here should be extremely bright so that it can help with some lighting. Let's continue the challenge. So let's try to overcome that. You guys may have to be with me. It's the CGO work, even though in a way you know what you are trying to go for, you might still come up with some challenges, especially when it comes to some decision making. Have lights like this. keep this. Let me keep this light off for now. This one's okay. Switching off visible to reflection too. Then aside, that is okay. So we have no, please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Okay. Let me apply the wood material to the floor. That's that. Let's have this. I'll export that. So what does this guy do? This one actually looks interesting. Looks interesting. And I know this. and export it instead. It's taking forever, for God's sake. Let's just wait for that to load up a bit. You have to close something for this to work. I'm trying closing this. Maybe that's taking up more of the memory. This thing is just giving me a scare. See if it's going to crash. Better not. You didn't, please. Hey, what's happening? Finally, thank God. Let me just save. Now we don't have to cry out blood. No rendering. Let's say I was rendering. I'll say okay, maybe it's a rendering that's taking that long. That's making it that long. I was not even rendering. I don't have it. I don't have this guy running. So why? That's why I was surprised why it was taking that long. Like this. So not bad, not bad. So okay, can I just disable it? Yeah, cool. is all these little details you guys have to take note of. As you can see, I'm trying to make it align in such a way that you have that edge aligning with the end of this plane. If we have, let's say for example, I have it this way, it might not really look good at the end, so it's just better to have it this way. Let's say it's going to show some level of details, something like that. So, and looking at the texture of this material, right, I can see it will likely bleed. So to prevent that, I'm going to put that in a coronavirus material, and I'm going to desaturate it a bit. It's too saturated for my liking. I like to start with desaturated colors first, then work way up from there. It's better that way. Doing the color correction there, like so. Then reduce the saturation, and let's see how it looks. Okay, better. Need to exclude it as well, and then I select. I'll be back for the wall. I never forgot about the wall, guys. It seems like it will give me some work to do. Just remembered, I did not apply the overlay material to that section. It was still bleeding. It was still bleeding the brown color on every other part of the project. So let's create the marble material around here. I can almost say I made a mistake coming to Windows 11. I swear, it's just giving me some issues. When I was on Windows 10, I had never had this issue. I mean, every few minutes it just keeps dragging. Coming for it, man. Just desaturate this a little bit more. I'll continue. Okay. And tackle this area. Abroad. Once again, I'll just say, tell you guys, if you haven't um, downloaded the cruiser bridge, like I told you guys last time, please do just try to get it. Yeah, like there are so many options of textures to work with, so many things to pick from. Please do it. Will help with your workflow. That's um, I don't know. I did not sign in. Something happened. Let me a moment to just sign this in again, guys. Okay. What's happening? Okay. It's weird. Okay. I'm not understanding what is happening. It's almost unfortunate. Wait. When tabs do I have open for this thing? And I think he's back. Come on. I was going for this guy. Don't do that. Spot. Okay. Oh, W map box. So I think that is perfectly aligned the way I want it to be. And let me sample the material. Some adjustments. So, with this is saturation as well. We have too much of the brown color showing up. Yeah. That's fine to me. Have this guy here as metal. Okay. We have a black metal material already. Yeah. Like so. I'll apply this too. Then for this I'll be using wood. I think one word of advice I would tell you guys is please don't upgrade to Windows 11. Don't. I've already seen a lot with this. Come on. Everything is just slagging. I think it's safe to say we can exclude all these objects that we have. This just exclude them. See how they look. What's done with the detection? Don't take longer anymore. Yeah, when we are done with detection, maybe we can now spend enough time working on the lighting. Probably have to put some lights here that's going to shine down this. Either I use a strip lights that I can have along this perimeter like so, or just have this kind of light shining down there. Okay. Let's get to the bathtub. Let me texture the bathtub and then just continue on to the other parts of the project. On the last lesson, I detached the back of the bathtub, as you can see, like that. So this is what I plan to do with it. Pretty much fine. That material, minimum material, like that. So I downloaded texture, crocodile skin texture, because I saw the concepts on this I saw the concept on this image and I really liked it. It looks good, right? So let's see if it look equally good like that our own project. I really do not understand what to deal with Windows 11 is. But it's just rolling again for no reason at all. We're back. Just dragging the textures I'll need. So this is what texture looks like. Then okay, I just discovered that there's something wrong with the textures I downloaded. The other maps are actually of different sizes, so it won't work for that. So what I'm going to do right now is just manipulate it here. I do not have to go to Photoshop to get my reflection and my bump map out of this image. Increase the brightness of this. So have this monochrome. Bump. need I need this to be a bit more glossy. Just do this, then probably increase the bump mark. That's it, tiny little bit. Okay. That should work. VW map work. Do I have it as spherical? This texture is not seamless. Not. Well, at least for the areas where we'll be seeing the camera, let me try to adjust that. I think we have a camera view from here as well. It should work, hopefully. And for the inside, we have this rich light material looking like a concrete. Come on, I didn't do anything to DS Max. It's making me walk slower than I usually do. Almost half of this whole project has been spent on UDS mass reloading and refreshing this thing. Almost tired, honestly. Let me just highlight that to see. I do that. Done. Let's continue. Great. That's just going to be metal. That and leave the rest as concrete. What's in the model is just somehow. Let me exclude these two as well. Let me see how it looks. Okay. With the way I'm seeing this model, right, there are lots of lighting tweaks we might have to use. For example, this material here is just totally black. We are not getting any definition from that at all. Let me try brightening it up a little bit. Is that doing anything? Okay, I think it's working a bit, and I can use some lighting tricks to get that working okay. Maybe we'll see what is happening. This view. Okay. Not bad. We are just going to keep working on adjusting and making it look good. Adjusting. Okay, what material was used? Okay. And I think this texture we have behind is too large. I think it's too large. Yeah, let's get back to the surfaces. I think under and get some terrazzo. That's it. Okay. Just get out of the way, please. Do this as well. Then we'll know the only thing left are going to be the stones and the stones and some other parts of the project, like concrete wall here. And after we are done, we can settle on working on the lighting total. So, and do the stones too. Oh. Let me just work on this. This is the only thing that I think. Let me just apply something to this guy. We can continue with the work. In this concrete. Okay, cool. I don't just keep having to I don't keep on having to exclude. That is one of the things taking time this project. That's lasting warrior. I'm going to be trying my hands on concrete material. Not painted. What do you guys have for me? Do you guys think this or issue when you have too many things to consider or too many choices to choose from? I'll try this now. This material is large. That's just the only way to describe it. And we done that. We don't need to keep providing the material anymore. I'm just work. Oh, I need to convert the whole scene to owner materials. Need to fix corona normal gamma value. Let's try again. And when we are back, we can now work on getting better lighting for this project. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Let's start by adjusting the lights here. Need them to be brighter. It's 600. That's what's going on. It's brighter. For this concrete behind. And to make that area a bit bright. It's casting too much of the shadows for this guy. It's casting too much of it on that area. So I think it's because this light have it slanted. So then rotate them back to the vertical position. Let's say this is a good effect. Okay. Just like we have the frosted glass stuff on this glass, maybe we can do something similar for this guy as well. Maybe if it's not so see-through, that might look better. Let me stop this. see how this area looks like. Okay, I think much better. I mean, if we are going to be truthful to ourselves, think since we are seeing this area right here, right? Steamy. We shouldn't just be having steam on this glass alone. We should as well have it on this guy too. So okay. Mm, just a bit more, and you can see we are perfect. Well, we are done with the lighting. I just need to see how it looks right now. Be able to work something out for it. Okay. Now that the right side is looking in a way looking okay, even though we are still going to adjust, make some adjustments. Okay, something about this spotlight I'm using. I'm trying traditional bulb lights. What I would do. I think this one is spreading the light more. Spreading the light more. Oh, it's no longer coming. I'm just here waiting, trying to see. Thinking, can I do to solve our problem? Maybe I'm okay with the right side. Is this left area? Maybe I should have blind lights. Have blind lights here, shine down on this area. Then I can reduce and leave the lighting for this area. Okay, let me try that. Again, and that model. I think I have one that should work perfectly for the situation. So this is what I'm planning for that area. Just to help us with the lighting there. So, let me. I'm just trying to find a way to arrange them. Let me use this. Oh, I'm seeing it there. I have one of the lights shining from this area like this. And if you want to fit like that. Move that down. Move this down to cover as well. I'm just trying to arrange the lighting source here. And this one can move. Okay. Cool. Let me close this up. in case, let me just copy this. Okay. Like that. Off. And then that. What I'm trying to do now is to create the hole. That will be, because right now it's just a plain surface, and that ceiling material will be covering some of the lighting source. So I just have to work that out a bit. And then let's do this up. What else? Okay, these lights that we have there, they will just be shining down for, how do I call it? Should I say they are just for aesthetics? I'm going to be placing a separate rectangular light under it to just have what I need quick. Possibly these two lights. Well, oh, that's how this looks. Yeah, what am I saying? Increase the radius of those lights a little bit. Make those visible. Have it 100. 100 looks. Not really satisfied. I'm not satisfied at all with what I'm seeing. What to do? Okay, let me go back to camera one, where I can use this to set it faster. this front view, with this light, and create my angular lights. So, it can make this any better. Okay. Okay. Okay, getting better. Hmm. Make these lights visible reflections. Maybe I'll give some nice highlights to this. Honestly, this project is not giving me the vibe I need to give. To be honest, it's not. Increase. Um, okay. How about I do this, guys? Um, Honestly, I don't know. Nothing is coming to my head on how to get rid of the auto, how to make this better. So maybe I take the break now and then on Thursday, try to figure out the lighting on my own, and then we just work with it together on Thursday. I think that's what I'll have to do. Because right now I'm not liking what I'm seeing, and yeah, it can always get better or it can be made better. Maybe it's something about the lighting, my choice of materials. I'll check and I'll try to work on it towards Thursday for the next live stream. Um, Thanks for checking out this video, and if you're able to at least get some knowledge from this, um, please, I would really appreciate if you can just let me know if at least you learned something from this project, because I think I'm at the crossroad myself on this project right now. I'm at the crossroad. I'm still looking for a way to go through it, and yeah, this is part of what the channel is for. I don't claim to know everything or to know the solution to on how to make very realistic renders. I'm trying to improve myself, so I'll take time off. We'll work on it towards Thursday, and then I'll just continue together on it on Thursday. Just try to figure out what is wrong with the scene. So I'll have to say goodbye now, guys, and thanks for coming on the live stream. Thanks for the support so far, guys. Bye.